I was fortunate enough to participate recently in a training session presented by SRAM, dealing exclusively with their T-type transmission. The presentation itself was very well done. I had previously read the SRAM technical documentation and viewed the official SRAM videos along with a few other videos available on YouTube, so I am familiar with the T-type system. What was news to me, and the purpose of letting you know by way of this video, is that there is no way using your typical chain checker to measure chain wear on a T-type chain. Not even a tool from SRAM's cousin Abby Tools does the job. The recommendation is the chain should be changed when the shifting performance deteriorates to the point where the usual adjusting process does not resolve this shifting issue. Not only that, but when the chain is changed, the cassette and ideally the front chainring all be changed at the same time. Yes, you heard that correctly. Change all three parts at the same time. I don't recall seeing this in any documentation provided by SRAM, and based on the number of questions and comments from the mechanics participating in the training, this was news to them as well. So if your local bike shop recommends these three parts be replaced, you know that this recommendation is probably being made in good faith based on SRAM's advice. Don't blame the messenger. Now, the presenters went to great lengths to stress that in SRAM's opinion, the T-type chain will last 3 times longer than traditional chains ridden in similar conditions. How many miles or kilometers that is hard to say given the differences in riding conditions. I am making this the topic of this video because I found it surprising SRAM suggests changing the chain, cassette, and chainring at the same time. I don't express a personal opinion on whether this is good or bad. Overall, the T-type system might be fantastic considering all the pros and cons. Frankly, if it was my bike and I had thousands of kilometers on it and the shifting was still poor after trying to adjust it, I would start out with a new chain and see if that resolved the problem. I wouldn't automatically change the cassette and chainring too. Remember, officially, T-type components such as the chain are not compatible with non-T-type parts, so if you're replacing those parts, make sure you are getting T-type. Secondly, an important point the presenter stressed is that T-type power locks absolutely should not be reused. This was mentioned because of course SRAM is aware that other power locks are used more than once. Consider yourselves warned. Does the chain really last 3 times longer? Are you having to replace other components at the same time? I know these systems are relatively new, but please comment about your experience with the wear you are seeing with your T-type transmissions.